won in the preseason, then I watch some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 12, Carr got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A first carry now for Thompson. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. First down. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Let's go now. 60 or.
First carry for James Conner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Off play action. Costello. And he fires one incomplete. These fifth-rounders, and to use him as an example, maybe you take a little bit of a flyer on someone, hope you hit goal.
Exactly, because when you get into the fifth round, you're usually not counting on him to become a starter right away, but we've seen so many times, fifth, sixth, seventh, undrafted free agents who come in and make their way, and in a big way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
60 Pittsburgh.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Costello. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw his Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Jacobs now, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. Room here to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 38 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Carr going to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. They'll find his tight end, that's Waller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On second down now, it's Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's...
Steelers 7.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Well, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, this one complete downfield on the left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Ready? 30 base. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing get it.
On 1st and 10, Costello. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Costello going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st down, Edmonds. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Costello. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Costello. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now it's Yeldon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd and 14. Catch made, it's Moreau. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
60 Pittsburgh. Watch the slant.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Costello. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Costello. Throwing left side, it's complete.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Costello. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Well, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
On 1st down, Eason. And he'll find Moreau here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Set. 60 on.
You got three down.
Five.
Throwing on first down. Eason. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A first down carry now for Yeldon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back to throw. Eason, he finds Yeldon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. Second and 1. Staying on his feet. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from you.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. On first and 10, Costello. This will be caught by Brown. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Costello buying time to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Operating from the gun, Costello. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Ready.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.